Hello and welcome to Let's Talk Sports live stream watch along commentary of Canada versus Jamaica. Sorry for the delay, we had connection issues, but we are back now with the game. So currently Jamaica on the attack from the left hand side. The low ball cross comes in and the goalkeeper Borjan picks up the loose ball. It was a low ball across the face of goal, but Canada just moments before on the other end of the pitch had a very awkward cross for Blake to try and deal with. He got his fingertips to the ball on the far post, and luckily for him, he changed the direction of the ball for one of the Canadian forwards not to get the end of it. So if you've just joined us, apologies for that. We've had all sorts of connection issues with YouTube, so not quite sure what that's all about. But anyway, we're back with the game. That's what's the most important. Of course, this is live commentary throughout. Anyway, here they come again, Canada, and it's on the left-hand side this time, and the cross denied at the moment, but Canada still have the ball again. It's now with Antures, and Jamaica have made the clearance. But the atmosphere is electric here at the BMO field, which is in Toronto. It is a cold afternoon in Canada, but I'm sure the fans who got their tickets and made the travel arrangements didn't care what the weather was going to be, as long as they got to the stadium for what could be a very special day for Canada in football, because they're 1 point away from reaching the World Cup finals in Qatar for November, and it'll be their first World Cup finals in 36 years, the last one being in Mexico for 1986, the same World Cup where Argentina won the World Cup at the Estadio Azteca, and of course a World Cup known for Maradona at his best, including his Hand of God, which us English of course don't forget after all these years. One of the most iconic moments in World Cup history, but Canada will hope to leave their mark in this summer's World Cup. Anyway, here come Canada with the press attack. This is a good chance, great save. And already you could just tell from the excitement from the fans. Larin there with the shot. Well saved by Blake at the end, but got through in the middle. It was a header from the defensive line to start off with. And then a good run to the halfway line. And then Larin picking up the loose ball. Straight at Blake though. Blake way out of his goal line there. But at the moment it's still goalless. But already Canada knocking on the Jamaica door. But here come the Reggae boys now on the left wing. Another cross in, and this is a dangerous cross, and nearly Borjan gets to the end of it, and he is wearing a woolly hat today and his long john, so he really is wrapped up warm for this match. And Canada can just hold the ball for now. So we haven't actually gone through the lineups yet since we started a bit late, but Borjan is in goal for Canada. Four-man defence of Kennedy, Lawyer, Henry and Adekugbi. And then in midfield we have from left to right Azario, Larin and Antunes. And then up front is the front three of David, Buchanan and Hunya Horlet. And then for Jamaica we have Blake in between the sticks, who's already had to make a big couple of saves for the away team. In defence from right to left it's Lee, Thomas, Mario Parr and Brown. Then in midfield it's King, Morrison and Williams. But meanwhile here come Canada again with Larin, and a cross deflected. Tried to pick out David, I think, Larin, but he ends up making the Jamaican defence clear it out for a throw-in on the near side. And the front three for Jamaica is Nelson, Green and Bygrave. So short throw-in taken for Canada. They're going to try and play it in from the left wing. Good pass forward to Antures. And Jamaica clear the ball out again. But already we've only had, 5 minutes of this game. And the pace from both teams and the energy that they both have is fantastic to watch. And another shot at goal this time, straight at the goalkeeper. And it looked as though it was Lario who was with the shot there. But comfortable pick up for Blake. And I think he's just telling his teammates to just calm down a little bit. And he'll play it from the back. Get in touch on the live chat page, folks. Let us know where you're watching the match from, and let us know who you think's going to win. A reminder then, in terms of Canada qualifying for the World Cup, they just need a draw today. A win would seal them for top spot, and that means lower ranked teams in their group stages potentially in the draw next month. But meanwhile, Canada, every player in red is in the Jamaican half at the moment. They're playing a 3-man defence when they hold the ball. And then they tried to get it through on the right wing, but it's picked up by Mario Papa, who is one of the centre-backs for Jamaica. The Reggae boys won't be able to make the World Cup finals. They're already out of it. But I'm sure they'd like to get their confidence going under their interim manager of Paul Hull, who said he was happy with his team's performance against El Salvador, even though it was just a 1-1 draw. But he was happy about it. Paul Hull, known from being the Queen's Park Rangers under-23's lead coach. And funny enough, the camera's on him right now, and he's wearing an orange bib just so that I think his coat doesn't camouflage with the Jamaican shirts, because that does happen with managers having to wear a bib. And then here's a through ball here for Canada. It's too far this time for David to pick up, and Blake picks up the ball. So goalless at the moment. Canada looking hungry for the first goal of the game in front of a stadium that can fill just over 36,000. We don't know the attendance at the moment, but I'm sure it's around that mark. As I say, special day for Canada football. Be interesting if there'll be quite a lot of Canadian following in Qatar if they do make the World Cup. And here come the team in red now. Right wing, they've got it out at the moment, just inside the box, rolls it in. Only just to be changed ball direction as Jamaica win the ball back. And it's now with Brown, the left back. And he's got it near the throwing line on the far side. I think he tried to make a pass to the halfway line of one of his teammates there, but instead they've got it all the way back to their centre back players. And the sun just shining, even though it is cold. There is a bit of mix of snow on the ground. It's a very cold day in Toronto. And it looks as though it'll be a throw-in for Jamaica. Of course, there's other matches going on today in the World Cup qualifiers of North and Central America. Mexico and the US play later on. They don't play each other. That was the other night, which we did a live commentary for. That ended goalless, but of course USA and Mexico behind Canada in the table. But everyone knows that if Canada actually win today, then they will get themselves winning the group as well as qualifying for the World Cup. And it's gone all the way back to Borjan right now, who hasn't actually first conceded his goal for many matches the other day when they lost to Costa Rica away from home. So the champagne was on ice for now after their defeat to Costa Rica back on Thursday night, but that was his first goal conceded since November. And I think the last time, if I can remember rightly, the last time Canada played at home was that 2-0 win over the US to pretty much cement that they were going to get the top three at least for the World Cup. On fantastic form they are at the moment. So meanwhile it's with Borjan still, as I just mentioned him, in his 18-yard box. Kicks the ball high in the air to his right back of Adekugbe. Of course, no Alphonso Davis. He's still out at the moment. And hopefully he will be back soon for at least Bayern Munich before the season ends in a couple of months' time. And I'm sure he'll be wanting to be part of the team to try and win a second Champions League in a matter of two years, since their last one was in 2020 in lockdown in front of no crowd, but still counts as part of the history books that a young man from Canada won the European Cup with one of the biggest clubs in Europe. Jamaica have a throw-in right in front of the dugouts, in between the Canadian manager and Jamaican manager. Of course, the Canada manager is Herdman, who's actually from England originally. And Priestman, of course, the female coach for the women's team of Canada, who recently travelled with Canada to England for the Arnold Clark Cup last month. She's also English. She was Phil Neville's assistant when he was the Lionesses coach. And throw-in that went down the right wing for Jamaica has got themselves another throw-in 18 yards away from the goal. It's now with Brown. Now Laren does well and intercepts, who had his shot saved before by the goalkeeper. Anyway, here they come on the attack now against the run of play. 4 of them going up front, a couple of them in the box. Now Hoylett, and a nice through ball to Laren. He scores! Bottom left corner of the net, and Canada on their way. Look at the crowd, look at the atmosphere. It's absolutely electric here in Toronto. And it's only taken them 12 minutes to get the first goal of the game. A step closer to Qatar for the World Cup later this year. The Canadian flags waved all over the stadium. Started from a quick run of play, and then a simple through ball to Laren. Outpaces the 2 defenders around him of Lawyer and Henry, and then picks it up and then slots it home in the bottom left corner of the net. And Túnez with the assist. A lovely pass to Laren. As I said, he was knocking on the door earlier on to make it 1-0, but he finally gets the goal. Great assist there from Antunes. Great vision from him to play that through ball. But it's a party here in Toronto. Canada 1, Jamaica 0. You can hear the music in the background. If they get this result, it's going to be an absolute festival in Toronto. So 1-0 Canada. Jamaica have kicked off again then. I think they always knew that this was going to be a difficult game. Craig Livingston asking, where can I watch the football game? I'm afraid I don't think it's available on UK streams. And here they come again, Canada. Oh, a bit of a short pass as they were trying to go against the run play yet again. Just shows how fast they are, and they see Jamaica falling asleep. Instead, they've been pressured to play it back to their own half. So good work there by Jamaica. Could have been in trouble to make it 2-0 against them, but they got their men back and put pressure on the Canadians to just take the ball away from them for now. But a good flick header forward to Laren again. He's playing on the left-hand side. Plays it across centre. It's just wide. That would have been a beautiful goal. David just hits it wide there. The goal was in front of him. He just had to pick a side. He went for the left with his right foot. And Blake Hordy looked beaten. And I think he knew as long as David picked a side, he wasn't going to get there in time. Canada could have been 2-0 up before we reached quarter of an hour. And Jamaica will play the goal kick from the back. An entertaining game. I'm already losing my voice, and we're already 15 minutes in. But yeah, there's your confirmation. Canada 1, Jamaica 0 on your scoreboard. Lots of flags being waved. I'm not really sure if there's been any Jamaican fans in this trip. I'd imagine because their World Cup qualifying campaign is already done and dusted, it's probably not the best of trips to go to when it's when it involves going to a team that are leading by a margin, by a massive, massive margin. So if you just joined us, it is Canada 1, Jamaica 0. Laren with the goal on the 13th minute. A through ball to him, and then he gets the bottom corner of the net. But at the moment we do have a Jamaica free kick. I'd say every Canadian player bar 2 were lining up on the edge of the box to defend this set piece. And then it's crossed in by Williams. In the end it comes to nothing, and it's a goal kick for Canada. And it looks as though it was actually King who was being targeted for the header. I think he got a bit of contact from it, but he's quite a small player actually, so I think it was always going to be a little difficult for him in terms of height. And anyway, Canada now taking the ball back to their defensive line at the moment, but their current form before that Costa Rica game in this World Cup qualifier, they won 5 in a row. So in their last 6 games, they've won 5 and lost 1. While Jamaica have not won in their last 6. They've drawn 3 and lost 3. As I said, they drew against El Salvador in the match on Thursday night. But either way, it doesn't change anything. If Canada do win today, it doesn't change anything for Mexico or USA. They just want to make sure they're in the top 3 spots, which are automatic places to the World Cup. And it saves them from having to play a playoff if they finish 4th. And again, Laren trying to assist one of his teammates to get himself on the board as an assist for today. Couldn't find any of them though on the edge of the box there. And it's gone all the way back to their goalkeeper, Borjan. It's getting louder. The sun is shining on Canada. It's one of those stadiums where a lot of the shadow comes from the stand, so I'd say 3/4 of the pitch is covered by the shade. Oh, an offside there for the hosts on the left-hand side. Junior Hoyle was offside, and it'll be a free kick for Jamaica. Yes, get in touch, folks. Don't be shy. We'd love to hear from you. And if you vote on the poll, you can let us know if you think Canada will qualify for the World Cup tonight. And of course the scoreline will tell you that they will. Jamaica nearly broke through the middle there, trying to pick out Green. Canada intercept. Now with Williams, has support nearby with his teammate of Brown, the right back. And after all that, Canada have dispossessed it. Now onto the right hand side of Antunes. Wins a throw in at the midway point of Jamaica's half. Layer, the centre back, playing far forward. Despite having thrown deep in the Jamaica half, they played it all the way back to their own box. Got to be careful here. Jamaica have got all 3 of their forward men pressuring them to win the ball back, and I do like their pace here. I've not watched much of Jamaica, but they play well. And a nice through ball here, but well defended at the end by, I think it was Henry. They had to cut in because Jamaica nearly got themselves through with Green there, going through the middle. And now here they come, Canada, trying to create a gap to double the lead. Shot over the bar. Buchanan with the chance. He puts his gloved hands to his face, knowing that he was very close. Great opportunity. And this is the greatness of Canada. They just go for it. There's no hesitancy. I think a few teams could learn from them. Still 1-0 to Canada. Over 20 minutes gone. Canada, no doubt the odds favourite to win this match, but I think the players, I'm sure they've been told by their manager, Herdman, to, even when they take the first goal of the game, they need to make sure they have a gap in the scoreline. Make sure they seal the deal before their last match, which is away at Panama this Thursday night, so that will be their final game of the World Cup qualifications. For Jamaica, it's at home against Honduras on Thursday night. All the final round games of the North and Central America qualifiers for the World Cup are on at the same time and same day, just to to make it a little bit more exciting, you could say. Meanwhile, Canada 35 yards out. Every man in the Jamaica half again, great pressure. This is being played by the Canadians. Now through ball, and this is a good chance. No, Jamaica intercepts just in the nick of time. And now they'll try and go on the counter. 4 of them up front. And they just keep it in for now with Brown. Brown, the right back, has got 3 players lining up on the edge of the box, and instead it's well intercepted by Kennedy. It has been a great match, despite the fact that Canada are 1-0 up. It's been end-to-end stuff. Jamaica, despite them being out of the running, they're certainly wanting to give it a go here and challenge Canada for that automatic spot. Greg Livingston saying in the live chat page, why can't I see the beautiful face of Jamie Davies? You can hear the beautiful voice of me instead, maybe. I hope you folks are enjoying the live audio commentary of this match. Now then, 1 on the halfway line for Morrison. Played it back. Morrison again, he comes back a few yards to get to the halfway line and pick up a short pass. Then all the way to Mariappa. And he loses the ball here, and they could be in trouble, Jamaica. This is a good through ball in the box for Larin. Good defending at the end, and that will be a corner. Lee with the last touch there for the visitors. Got there just in time. Larin nearly got away, but Lee read the danger behind him and followed him when he got the ball in the box. So corner here for Canada. Now if I've got my counting right, I think this is Canada's first corner of the game. It is. So first set piece, what can they do from this? Cross cleared for now. And another cross in. Good block. It's going to be another corner on the near side. Brown hits the advertising board in frustration, but I don't think he should be too hard on himself. He's probably just stopped Canada from making it 2-0. He blocked the shot from Buchanan. And Chures with the corner. Oh, and just intercepted at the end by Nelson. Tries to play it through to Green up front. But the 2 main men back for Canada deal with that. With Kennedy, now with Borjan. Now on the far side. And Jamaica cleared it. Last men back there. Lee with the clearance. All the whole stands, all red. Everyone wearing either hockey jerseys of Canada. Toronto Maple Leafs, the local NHL team in this city. The sun is shining, a lot of shade on the pitch, but it's still a typical cold day in Toronto. But as I said before, this ain't going to bother any of them. I'm sure for the coach of Herdman, I don't think he'll be too fussed about the weather. I'm sure he's used to the coldness in England during the winter times. So the team in red attacking from left wing on the tap, nearly for Larin. It went wide at the end. I'm not sure. It looks as though the last touch came off Mario Parr, who's the Jamaican centre back. Yes, he marked him very well at the end, and it was a great delivery from Hoyle. It will be another corner for Canada, their third of the game. It's taken short, back to the taker of Antunes. This is a dangerous cross. And Jamaica, the moment they get the chance, they've just cleared it again from Thomas. Now back in the Canadian half. Jamaica got 3 men up front, up against 4 of the Canadian defenders. Canada win it, and it's back with Borjan in his box with his feet. We'll read some of your messages in just a moment. It's Red Van Tunes again, who set up the opening goal for Laren to put the ball into the net. Now with Hoyle, just outside the box on the right-hand side. Going again. This is a good run. Ooh, I think it's going to be a corner at the end. Lee with the last touch. It was Buchanan actually up against Lee. I'm enjoying the Jamaica kit today. They're wearing fluorescent socks along with their kit. You can see them for miles with those socks. Here comes the corner. No one picked out in red, and the visitors will clear. They only have the possession for a few seconds because it's back now with Canada again with Laren. This time he's on the left flank. Now to the middle of Azario. Azario's had a bit of a quiet game so far in terms of possession. It's back with him again, just inside the shade of the stadium. Just lowering the pace a little bit, Canada. It's back in their own half at the moment. We'll read out some of your messages. Every time I'm trying to, the team in red, the team that are leading, the team that are a point away from a World Cup, just keep attacking. They are hungry to get in this scoreline bigger. But it's still 1-0 to Canada. And if you are new to the channel here on Let's Talk Sport and you're enjoying the commentary and the stream, do support us by clicking the subscribe button and giving us a like. We do all sorts of streams, whether that's watch-alongs in football or commentaries in football. We also do F1, MotoGP, cricket, golf, rugby, a long list of different sports like we do here on the channel. So do give us a follow. Let's Talk Sport, free to do so by clicking that subscribe button. And we know that today we did have the Formula 1 Saudi Arabian Grand Prix watch-along where Jack Price and Conor Porter witnessed Max Verstappen, the world champion, getting his first race win of the season. He beat Leclerc to the top spot. So Leclerc won, Verstappen won in terms of race wins this season. Meanwhile, Canada, long ball for Truff, nearly trying to pick out Ada Cogby there. David loses the ball. And now here comes Jamaica on the left-hand side. Just protecting the ball from the edge of the box at the moment. Crowd getting noisy, as you can hear. Brown. Now on the right-hand side. 20 yards out from goal. This time it's with Williams. Pushes the ball forward, kicks it into the box. And Canada head it away. And they do get it out to Buchanan. But every time, both teams just want to attack, they just want to go for it. It feels like a basketball game, this, where it's just end-to-end stuff. Channel name says Canadian football is CFL. Greg Livingston saying that the Canadian goalkeeper is actually Croatian. Yuki McLeish, let's go Canada, 3-0. Greg Livingston saying, why is Gray not playing for Jamaica? And David Forster saying, ex-Vancouverette, listening from Geordie. Geordie lands, 3-0 Canucks. Canucks, the nickname of the Canadian soccer team. Jamaica known as the Reggae Boys. The last time Jamaica were at the World Cup finals was France 98. And if they actually get at least one more point before this qualifying campaign ends, after their, well, pretty much after their game at home against Honduras this Thursday night, it'll be the most points that they've been able to secure at qualifying campaign. But it's sadly for them, it's nowhere near enough to get them into the World Cup finals. Canada on the run again, Ada Cogbe, and now a shot from Laren is blocked by Lee. Ball goes out of the penalty area and it lands on the right wing, 40 yards out. Lee has done a lot of defending in this game so far. To be honest with you, oh, hang on, here comes Jamaica on the edge of the box, shot there, and it's a shot on target. Borjan dives to his right and makes the save. It was a low shot from King. First major effort and chance really for Jamaica. Borjan was in the right position for the shot, he was ready for it. Just going to adjust the time, folks. The match time is a little bit ahead of what I'm watching. There we go. So yeah, just 32 minutes gone. Canada 1, Jamaica 0. Get in touch on the live chat page. Don't be shy. We'll read out your messages. Let us know where you're watching the match from, who you're supporting. How far can Canada go at the World Cup finals? They're playing fantastic football. And to beat Mexico and USA to top spot, that doesn't happen very often. And it could be for the Canucks. Now to David. Beats his man, low ball cross. Oh, I think it was Varane that fell over and then a shot blocked at the end. I think it was Laria with the shot, and now a chance here. Buchanan, his first touch, not the best. Jamaica get away with it again. Now with Nelson. There is someone on the left-hand side, they need to pick him out. It's Bygrave. They tried to get the through ball, but they couldn't get past the defensive line, and Borjan will pick it up. But what a chance that was for Canada. As everyone knows, when it comes to football, you don't take the chances. It could come back and haunt you no matter who you play against. But looking back, I think it was Lauren who just fell over when the cross was made to him. It was a good pass, it was the perfect pass to him, but then he just fell over. And then Buchanan chests the ball down right in front of the Jamaican goal, but it was not a great first touch, and because of that he lost the ball. But you can hear the chants now here in Toronto of "Let's go Canada." Here they come again, the team in red with themselves on the right hand side. Just intercepted, and they'll get the ball away if they can. Done well here with some quick passing, but instead they nearly lost the ball and had to slide tackle the ball out for a Canadian throw-in. Can't imagine how many layers the fans are wearing. Every single one you look at are wearing big coats. It's getting a lot warmer here in England. We nearly pretty much reached 20 degrees this week, and it's not even April time yet. So spring is definitely here, but the match will be at a halt at the moment. I think it's King who's down on his back. This doesn't look good. Hopefully he'll be okay and be able to continue. He's having treatment done, so this will probably add a bit of time towards stoppage time. Let's read some of your messages. Greg Livingston's asking, is it only the top 3 teams that go to the World Cup? So yes, in terms of the qualification group, the top 3 automatically go to the finals and they end up in the draw. But the team in 4th, which when I last checked was Panama, they would have to play a playoff with the best team from Oceania. So normally that would be New Zealand. They played Tahiti earlier on actually. New Zealand, and normally Tahiti and New Zealand are sometimes your best that Oceania gives you. I'll just check what their result was. It was a few hours ago, the match. They did win 1-0. Kakase with a 70th minute winner. Just checking the table now. So New Zealand are top of their group. 3 points clear of Papua New Guinea in Group B of the Oceania groups. There's only 2 groups, Group A and Group B. Solomon Islands are top with 1 win, but they've only played 1 game. It's a very weird format. Back with this one then, match resumed. Paul Hall, the Jamaican interim coach, making his voice heard from the sidelines. He's wrapped up warm with a woolly hat as well, and he's having to wear an orange bib. Canada playing the ball back to Borjan, and he clears it with his right foot. Only to, well, it was actually quite a short kick. It looked like it was going to go far. Even the cameraman tracking the ball thought it was going to at least get past the halfway line, but it didn't. But still, Canada hold possession. Now here they come on the left, trying to attack from the left wing, but a poor pass there, and it was easily intercepted by Lee. And they'll have to try again as it's gone back to Borjan in the box. Just have to keep the ball away from Green. But Jamaica have had a couple of moments. Yep, Ian Blado has answered Greg's question as well, saying top 3 qualify, 4th has to play in a playoff. Free kick for Canada in their own half, taken quickly. Now with, oh, this is a good chance here. It's in the box, he's free on goal, Larin! Oh, it's just wide. He picked up the pass from Adekogbe and he throws himself to the ground, and he knows that he needs to do better than that. He may already have a goal, but he could have had 2 to his name before half-time. Herdman, the manager, can't believe it as he looks to the crowd. Horace Beckford saying it's too cold for the Reggae boys, but they'll try and go Jamaica go. Now there's been a collision here between Brown of Jamaica. I'm just trying to figure out who the Canadian player that's gone down, but both players on the ground after that. I wonder if there might be a booking from this. They were both trying to go for the ball in the air, but they both collided, and I think it's Adekogbe for Canada, yeah. Both watching the ball, not watching where they were going. Simple accident. Hopefully they'll both be okay. With 6 minutes until we reach the interval. Tracy Hodge has got in touch saying OFC tournament ravaged by COVID. New Zealand versus Solomon Islands play the final on Wednesday. Oh, and that will be a massive game. It's a shame it's not easy to watch the Oceania matches. I've not been able to find them live to watch unless they might be doing it on social media. I'm not absolutely sure about that, but meanwhile, Canada 1, Jamaica 0. Larin with the opening goal after 13 minutes. There was a nice through ball to him in the box, in between the Jamaican centre-back sandwich, you could say, and it was Antunes with the ball through to him, and a simple finish for Larin at the end. They like to score early goals, Canada. They did it against the US in the last home game in the World Cup qualifiers back in, I think it was January. And Greg asking, so would New Zealand play Solomon Islands, and whoever wins that will play Panama in the playoffs? Yep, that is correct. So even for an Oceania team, only one of them can go through to the World Cup as long as they win their playoff against a CONCACAF team. So it is difficult. So the last time we saw New Zealand at the World Cup finals was the 2010 edition in South Africa, and here's a little fact for you: they were the only team that didn't concede defeat at that World Cup. They didn't get out of the group stages, but they drew all 3 of their matches, including Italy. Spain, who won the World Cup, did lose a match. They lost in their opening game of the groups to Switzerland, 1-0 in that game. I remember very well, in Durban, which was a shock, but at the end Spain recovered and won all their matches to win the World Cup, 6 out of 7-1. Meanwhile, that foul between the 2 players has been a free kick awarded to Canada here, so 40 yards out here Free kick comes in from the left wing. Not the best of deliveries, it went straight to the Jamaican defence. And they did what they always do, and that's clear it out and hope that they can go on the counter here. There's 4 of them that have just run into the Canadian half. This is a good run here from Bygrave. And it looks as though they've won themselves a free kick. Looks like there might have been a collision on the way towards the centre, well, towards the 18-yard box, and I think it was David who's been penalised by the referee there. Referee comes from Mexico, the officials are from Mexico. Their country play later on tonight in the qualifiers. So Jamaica have a free kick here. Perfect opportunity to get it into the box. Headed up in the air. Jamaica win the ball back on the edge of the box. Canada storm out with the ball. And here they come with Buchanan running down the wing, past the dugout. He's got 3 of them lining up near the box. Buchanan gets fouled by Brown, and I think Brown might get a yellow card here, yeah. First booking of the game. He walks away, he wasn't going to argue with that one. I think he knew that as long as he took Buchanan down, it was always going to be a yellow card. He tripped him up. Buchanan was ready to go to run down the line again, but Buchanan had other ideas. Sorry, not Buchanan, Brown had other ideas. So about a couple of minutes to go till half-time. I think Herdman, well, the Canadians will feel like they're headed to Qatar for sure if they can make it 2-0 before half-time, but also they want to make sure they do get this win. So anyway, here is the free kick. And it's Antunes with the free kick, headed away. Now with David in the box, chips it in. And this is a great chance, yes, Buchanan scores! 2-0 to Canada. What was I saying? I said if they can get another goal before half-time, Herdman can relax a little bit in the changing room. It goes wild again here in Toronto. And surely now Canada are heading to their first World Cup in 36 years. The free kick started out from a delivery from Antunes. David kept the ball going, chipped it in, and it was a simple finish for Buchanan at the end. He won the free kick for them seconds before, and now he brings their second goal. Canada 2, Jamaica 0. And yet again the raving begins in Toronto. And a nice little backflip from Buchanan to celebrate his goal. So Canada 2, Jamaica 0. That'll certainly make them feel delighted and more relaxed going into the changing rooms at half-time. But I'm sure Herdman will tell them that it's not over yet. We can't party until it's full time, and that we have won the game. But they're on their way. Jamaica to kick off here again on the centre circle. So Laren and Buchanan, the 2 goal scorers so far for Canada. Just over 10 seconds remaining of first half. I'm sure we'll have a bit of added time, probably 2 minutes after a couple of injuries had to be treated. But luckily every player that started have carried on playing since the kickoff. Only 1 minute of added time given by the 4th official as he shows his board from the sidelines. Now then, Canada, 4 of them going up front, winning the ball on the halfway line. Good defending at the end from Brown. He gave away the free kick before, and I'm sure he'll be a little bit annoyed that they scored from that. I think Jamaica got themselves a free kick here, which maybe after this free kick is taken, that should be it for the first half. Instead it's Morrison who rolls the ball back towards Blake, the goalkeeper. Not a good first half for Blake, 2 goals conceded. And they're trying to play from the back, Jamaica, only to lose the ball in the midway point of their own half. And they have it back now though, playing it with their left back. Lee. I'll reach the 1 minute of added time. You can already hear 1 or 2 fans calling for half-time, and they have, and the referee acknowledged that. And half-time it is here at the BMO field, and Canada are just 45 minutes away from their first World Cup since 1986. I don't think any of you will want to go anywhere despite it being half-time. But what a first half that has been for Canada. They're playing just like they pretty much have done throughout this campaign. They're just showing absolute resilience and just keep going for it. It's fantastic to watch. So the first goal coming from Laren. It was a simple goal for him, picking up a through ball into the box, a low one too, and all he had to do was pick a corner, and he did so. And then just before half-time, Buchanan tapping it in after a free kick was awarded to the Canadians. They start walking into the tunnel with the sign saying Canada Soccer, but really I think they know now that Canada will join that list of 32 teams that will head to the World Cup finals in November. 45 minutes still to come, but Canada are on their way. Don't go anywhere, we'll have a half-time break and we'll be right back. Welcome back for second half commentary of Canada versus Jamaica. Currently 2-0. Welcome back to our live second half commentary of Canada versus Jamaica. So 2-0 at half time. So they're just showing the goals again from the first half. Both goals from Canada. Laren on the 13th minute and a Buchanan a minute before half time. I think from the announcer, it looks as though Jamaica have made a substitution. Walker has come on. Anyway, the second half has begun, so Jamaica resuming the match for us. They're attacking from right to left, Canada from left to right. Jamaica already with a free kick in the centre circle. It looks as though there were a couple of substitutions from Jamaica. But Walker included. I'm not sure who the others were. The announcer wasn't that clear from what I was hearing. But let's read out some of your messages from the... So 4-5 team. Well, Craig Livingston asking how many teams qualify for the World Cup in the Asian qualifiers. Ian saying 4-5 teams. Oceania it's 0 or 1. So yeah, it's brutal for Oceania. I do think it's a shame they can't always have at least one team guaranteed a World Cup. I think they should at least have one slot. So Jamaica then already making a couple of changes at half time in a bid to come back from this and maybe try and spoil the Canadian party, but they need to win the game to avoid Canada qualifying, because a point would be enough for Canada to get to the next World Cup. But a win, as far as I'm aware, mathematically they will win the group, stay top going into the final match day on Thursday night. They all play at the same time, all the teams in the group, but there are games on later on today. Mexico playing at Honduras later on tonight, while USA are at home against Panama. Big games for those two teams to probably just make sure they get the automatic spots at least. Both teams on level on points. Anyway, goalkeeper out of his line. Canada can make it 3-0. Oh, it's across the face of goal. No tapping for Buchanan. He crosses it in again. And Jamaica, they should be 3-0 down. They're lucky. But Lyo keeping it going on the attack for the hosts here. And now it's intercepted on the edge of the box. And Jamaica will try and go on the counter here from the right-hand side. 50 yards away from goal. Instead, some of the Canadian players get back in their own half to get behind the ball, and it makes Jamaica have to think twice about going forward right now. You can even hear Paul Hall from here. I'm sure he knew that this game was always going to be a tricky one compared to their match against El Salvador back on Thursday night. But here, Jamaica trying to play from the back and then losing the ball in the box. It could have been 3-0. It was a great low ball cross, and all Buchanan had to do was tap it in, but he just wasn't there in time. Now on the far side, inside the Jamaica half, this is a good through ball on the left-hand side to David. Now it's into the box. 3 of them there. Oh, and the shot wide again. This time from David, and he misses from the far post. And there has been more snow during half-time, hence why there's a lot more snow on the pitch again. But what a chance to make it 3-0. 2 big chances already from the hosts. they really are showing to anyone that hasn't been following Canada in their qualifying just how good these lot have been as a team. You know, it's not a team with individuals. They certainly are playing like a group. They've won the ball again. Jamaica just struggling to get out their own half since the half-time break. Ball goes behind for the first corner of the second half. It's been awarded to Canada. They'll be taken on the far side. I notice Paul Hall, the Jamaica coach, has taken his bib off now. I think he was a substitution. I'm sure his playing days are behind him. He didn't know he's actually the lead coach for Queen's Park Rangers, his under-23s team. So, Tunes with the corner, swings it in straight to the hands of Blake. Picks up, no problem. And he plays it short again. Jamaica playing their two centre-backs out wide, just outside their penalty area. Under pressure again here, they don't want to give it away again. Playing it from the left-hand side with Brown. Now with Williams to Thomas. Out to Lee. Williams again. Near the centre circle in the Jamaican half. And out of nowhere, Hoylett winning the ball. It's a free kick. Not really much in that. Not really sure the referee's seeing there, but it's a Canada free kick. Williams picking up the ball in protest. Well, he did go in for the ball against David there, but I think it's the way he approached it. He could have, if he had his studs up and connected to the shins of David, then this could have been a sending off right there. Anyway, folks, don't be shy. Get in touch on our live chat page. Let us know your thoughts on the game so far. Where are you watching the match from? How many goals can Canada get tonight? They could have had a handful, that is for sure. Free kick for Canada again. Frustration started to add on to the pile of Jamaican. This time it's Green who's been caught red-handed by the ref. And they played it out to the far left. Rosario out to the right winger of Buchanan. Now with Antunes to Rosario. As far as I'm aware, Canada didn't make any substitutions at half-time, just Jamaica. Here's a chance here for Canada because they've got 3 of them in the box and they're just, with their 2 players on the left wing right now, they're just hoping that they can maybe get the cross in, or they play it into the box with a low ball pass through the middle. They tried to, but Jamaica win the ball and Lee will try and run out. It was Jimenez who lost the ball. It's gone back to Borjan. And he'd love to respond with a clean sheet after the 1-0 draw. Sorry, not the 1-0 draw, the 1-0 defeat away at Costa Rica. Foul there. Kennedy pushed down by Thomas. Centre-back for Jamaica going that far forward on the left wing there for again in Canada's half. Of course, there are other matches going on around the world. El Salvador kicked off 10 minutes or so ago against Costa Rica at home. Goalless in that match. Costa Rica just trying to get some vital points to get that 4th spot at least. It's going to be a free kick here for Canada. David pushed down to the ground. I think David's, while sitting on the ground, telling the referee he reckons that it should be a booking against Mariappa. It's actually King who pulled him down. Now the last free kick Canada had, they scored from it. 44th minute, moments before we reached half time. So it's about, I'd say, just over 30 yards out. It's more onto the left-hand side, in line with the corner edge of the box. As always, Antunes behind this ball. He's talking to Hoylett. The experience Hoylett must have. He's a free agent, if you didn't know. He's got no club at the moment. But Hoylett looks like he's more up for this, looking at the way they're both positioned. So both are staying there, as you heard the whistle from the ref for them to take it. Hoylett lets the ball roll towards him, and it's gone way wide at the end. So he went directly for goal, but it looked like he went far right past the goal in the air. But it would have been some finish if he had found the top corner of the net with that one. But Jamaica yet again make another substitution, and Thomas is going off for Marshall. So Marshall to take his spot. Already Paul Hall, the coach, not impressed so far in the first 10 minutes maybe. Has already made a change after making a couple at the interval. There's going to be a throw-in here for Canada. Lawyer to take. The centre-backs for Canada. He's not had much problems so far to defend against Jamaica. They had a shot that was comfortably saved by Borjan in the first half, but that's all Jamaica have really done so far in this game. We've got Fernando Torres, probably not the Fernando Torres on the live chat page, reckons it'll be 5-0 this game. Greg Livingston randomly saying, I'm going to the Open Championship this year. Yeah, it's in the usual slots of July time at St Andrews, the home of golf for the 150th edition of the Open. Big occasion indeed in golf. And Azario's been told by the ref that he's made a foul against his opponent. And Jamaica have a free kick in their half, and it was a high foot challenge on Walker. Walker came on at half time. Jamaica played it back to their goalkeeper. But a lot of games going on in Argentina in the leagues at the moment. Mainly just the South American countries having matches at the moment, and also the Chile Cup is going on, and Colombia, Guatemala, Honduras, the Jamaican Premier League, Mount Pleasant FA, goalless 52 minutes in against Portmore United, and the Mexican League's going on, and the MLS, of course, Portland Timbers and Orlando City. Orlando City are 1-0 up after 55 minutes in that one. We were going to do a stream for that, but we decided to do Canada and Jamaica instead, and I think we made the right choice in terms of the occasion. It's been a great match so far. Canada 2-0 up, and are just over half an hour away from reaching their first World Cup in 36 years. But if you haven't already yet, folks, and you want to follow this channel and give us some support, it's free to do so by clicking the subscribe button. So subscribe to Let's Talk Sport for more of our football streams, as well as other sports, including F1, MotoGP, rugby, cricket, snooker, you name it. Plenty of other sports that we do here on Let's Talk Sport. We've got Craig Bennett getting in touch saying, watching from Atlanta, the moose is loose, go Canada. Jamaica trying to get a ball through, but Borjan coming out of his penalty area to just boot the ball away. You don't see many goalkeepers wearing long johns, but one or two have been known for it in their careers. With the back line of Jamaica at the moment. I think the best place in the world right now, by the time this game is finished, I think Toronto will be the best place to be at, a bar there to drink and enjoy the celebrations. Herdman will be delighted to put it on his CV. And I'm sure we'll see Herdman at the FIFA World Cup draw that takes place in April. Not sure where the location will be for that, but normally the coaches of the teams would normally go there and the federations to witness which teams they'll play in the group stages and find out whereabouts in Qatar they'll play. Of course, in Qatar, it's going to be known as quite an alright World Cup for the players because it doesn't require much travelling. You know, they spend most of their time at the World Cup going from hotel to the stadium and to their training facilities. But Qatar is a very small country. It's the smallest country to host the World Cup, and it's nearly been 100 years since the World Cup has been around. The first World Cup in 1930, which Uruguay won. So we're 8 years away from reaching the centurion. And meanwhile, at the moment, Henry, one of the defenders for Canada, is down on the ground surrounded by his teammates, and the referee has paused the game and he's asking someone from the bench to come and check him out. But the way Henry's looking on the ground there, I think he's done and dusted. And yet one of the medics from the Canadian team has just alerted the people on the bench to make a change. Craig, the kicker man, saying jumping on the Canada train with a Molson from Melbourne. It must be what, 8 a.m. in Australia right now, so an early start for you lot having to watch this. Greg asking if the Qatar national team is any good. Well, they won the Asian Cup at the beginning of 2019, which is great preparations for their World Cup later this year. Of course, a host team of a FIFA World Cup tournament normally get to take part, which makes sense when you've got to put a lot of money into it and host it. You want to at least have your team in it. Anyway, Henry is going to come off here for Canada, and it will be Hutchinson coming on for him, but it looks as though there'll be also, well, it's going to be 3 substitutions in total. Johnston looks like he's another one, so this is good to see. Hutchinson receiving the captain's armband from Borjan. Borjan was the captain until now. He's still playing, of course, he's their goalkeeper, but it's nice to see Hutchinson being given the captain's armband for the rest of the game. And Cavallini is coming on, the number 9 for Canada. And the goal scorer for the first goal, Laren, comes off for him. It's always hard to track all these substitutions at the same time. And another substitution. So 3 subs overall for Canada. Johnston has come on as well for Laria, I think. And Melissa Hopkins has got in touch saying, go Canada, here they come again, Canada, straight from the restart. And they've just lost the ball there from the edge of the box, but they win it again from 30 yards out. And now a ball through into the box. Good defending there at the end by Jamaica. Buchanan again. Didn't have any options in front of him, so he's played it back to the centre circle. Yes, I was mentioned before, Qatar will be an easy country for the teams to travel around, so it won't be as bad as where we've had previous World Cups like Russia and Brazil, where, you know, big nations, which requires a lot of travelling in between stadiums at least, and hotels. Throw it long for Jamaica, and yet again we've not really seen any action in the Canadian half from Jamaica's side. They've been very quiet up front. It's always difficult mentally to come back from 2 goals down against a team that's got not just themselves on the pitch, but the whole stadium behind them. Still goals between El Salvador and Costa Rica in the other World Cup qualifying in the North and Central America region. 22 minutes gone there. Of course, this is a Canada team without Alphonso Davies. Now he's more known under Herdman to playing more up front than playing as a defender, as a full-back. Oh, in Jamaica, again, they've caught offside this time with Green. And Borjan will take this free kick. Greg asking, Jamie, have you thought of doing a Copa Libertadores, I can never say it, Libertadores match, or maybe the final? You'll have to feed me the schedule, Greg. I'm not sure from the top of my head. I wouldn't say no to one, just depending on if the timing is good. With it being, of course, all the way in Argentina. One of the biggest club competitions in the world. It's basically the equivalent of the UEFA Champions League in Europe, but in South America. It's always between Brazil and Argentina clubs that win that. Including the likes of Santos, Corinthians, River Plate and Boca Juniors. Rosario penalised again and gives away a Jamaica free kick inside their half. Trying to get something going, Jamaica, but it feels like they're not confident in long kicks from Blake, so they're having to just keep playing short passes from the back line, but they're not trying anything different, really. It's quite predictable, I feel, for Canada, and they ain't going to complain. They just want to make sure that they get past the finish line and take all 3 points to seal top spot, as well as a qualification to the World Cup in November. Of course, big shock, wasn't it, earlier this week? Italy losing to North Macedonia in the last minute of the game, and to miss out on a World Cup despite being the European champions. I mean, technically they could still win a trophy this season. They've got the finalissima on the 1st of June at Wembley Stadium. That's on a Wednesday night as they take on Argentina. Competition I didn't know actually used to be a thing back in the 90s, at least. That last time they did it was in '93. And it is normally the Copa America winners taking on the Euro winners. Of course, no summer of football come June. It'll be some Nations League football in the first couple of weeks, in Europe at least. And then that's it. Until the club football is back, which is earlier than usual at the beginning of August because of the World Cup having to interfere with the European leagues. It's going to be a weird season, but a Winter World Cup. It's going to be interesting, not in Qatar, but in most of the other areas of the world. So now Canada playing from the back line. They're trying to do what Jamaica have been doing. They're trying to get a through ball down the left wing, but it's been quiet the last 10 minutes. It's been just a bit passing around from both teams. As I said, when Canada got that second goal, it just settles the nerves. But the sun's still shining. Shades have changed a bit on the stadium because of the sun maybe coming down. Of course, Canada's 5 hours behind it than the English time. Throw-in for Jamaica in the midway point of their own half. Lee will take the throw-in. Johnston. Hutchinson. And I never understand. You look at you do look at Johnston. He's wearing short sleeve top, but with gloves on. I've never understood that. And the substitution here, then it will be for Jamaica. Green's coming off. The main man up front being replaced by Vassell, the number 7. And Canada making another substitution. And Tunes is coming off. Now what a game he's had. Setting up the first goal of the game for Larin to score after 13 minutes. Gets a big hug from Fraser as he gets replaced by the midfielder. But he has been good to watch, and Tunes. Player to watch out for at this World Cup. So 20 minutes to go. Canada, you could say, just playing down the clock to mark what will be a famous day in Canadian football history. And to become another team that will reach that 32 list for the Qatar World Cup. But if you've just joined us, both goals coming in the first half. Larin on the 13th minute, picking up from a through low ball into the box from Antunes to then tap it in, and then Buchanan yet again, he had a tap in as well after a free kick that was half cleared. David revived it and put the ball back into the box, and then Buchanan was able to get there at the right place at the right time, and to just, as I said before, hold the nerves well for Canada back in the dugout and in the change room when they went in for half time. Been a little bit more quiet now from the Canadians, but here they come. Buchanan inside the box, needs support, couldn't get the pass complete, and Jamaica have won a free kick just outside the penalty area. David with the foul, wasn't in the right position when Buchanan won the ball, and it was Vassell who was fouled. He's only just come on for Jamaica. I think there's been a goal. It has. There's been a goal. 30 minutes gone. El Salvador 0, Costa Rica 1. A big goal that could be for Costa Rica, because they are now 4th. And now here's a chance here for Canada. They tried to chip the ball into the box, but it was the goalkeeper that got there first. Yes, Canada 1-0 up. And looking at the table, yeah, so Costa Rica will, actually if they are winning the game as it stands, they would be on the same amount of points as Mexico and USA, because let's not forget, that was a big win for Costa Rica at home to Canada back on Thursday night. Gets them back in the mix, and Mexico and USA need to win their games tonight. As I mentioned, Mexico play Honduras away from home, and USA at home against Panama tonight, so 2 big games. And yes, both teams need to win to just make sure none of them fall for the 4th place trap. Panama have got to play, you know, who knows, could Panama get a win over USA? I'll say this now, we commentated here on Let's Talk Sport the USA-Mexico game the other night, ended goalless. USA had some major chances in that game and they didn't take them, including a tap-in that should have been for Christian Pulisic. And Canada there just on the pace from the left wing, but Jamaica deal with it yet again, and here they come now on the right-hand side. And if they could get a goal here, it would certainly make things interesting coming into the last quarter of an hour of the game. They've now got it in the Canadian penalty area. Instead, they've been forced to play it back to the halfway line. Jamie Burgoyne. Oh, actually, let's read what Craig said. Craig Bennett saying, barring a massive breakdown, the party should begin in about 30 minutes of regulation, tad injury time. Burgoyne says, Jamie Davies better than Ali Brucepool, is that what you're saying? I mean, I'll take that, but he's a very good commentator, so thank you. Meanwhile, 2-0, no goals in this second half. You just feel like everyone's just waiting for it to be full time. Greg Livingston saying that it's now 1-1 between El Salvador and Costa Rica, and so he is correct. The update's just come through to me as well. 1-1. Costa Rica know that they should be doing better than that. El Salvador out of the running for the World Cup, so Costa Rica have a lot more of a purpose to win that game than El Salvador do. Back with this game. Jamaica, as I said, they've got one more, they can get one more point in their final game. Their final game is at home to Honduras this Thursday night. 1 point from them, I mean they could do, because Honduras are bottom of the table. Anyway, here come Canada now all of a sudden, and they've won a corner. Buchanan with the cross that was blocked and deflected off Mario Appa. So corner to come on the near side, but he's deserved a lot of credit today, Buchanan, and we've got another substitution for Canada. And it's Miller coming off. Coming on, replacing Osario, as he gets applause from the home crowd all over the stadium. And now he can sit down with his teammates, and he gets a big hug from Herdman. You just have to smile, don't you? It's just fantastic. So Liam Fraser's going to take the corner here, I think, for Canada. Makes the signal, brings it in with his right boot, swung in, comes back to him, crosses it in again. Goalkeeper, will he get there? No, it's too far from him, but the header goes straight to Blake, and he'll just hold off for now and make sure his players come out. It was actually Miller who just came on with the header at goal. Well, the match has just been paused for a moment. King is on his knees on the ground for Jamaica. His referee's just telling him that he should probably go onto the sidelines and then get treated, just to help the game get going again. Not really sure what the problem might be. I think he might have had some sort of contact on his face maybe in that set piece we just had. Well, there's a drummer in the stands getting the crowd together to do the Viking clap, but he's topless and he's a brave man, because it's getting colder out there. It's a cold day in Toronto, and for anyone who's lived in Toronto or are from Canada, they know that it can be very cold. Craig Bennett asking, can you explain the World Cup pots? Oh, how does it? I kind of know, but it's hard to explain. I mean, it makes more sense when you watch the draw. So the pots are down to, you could say, rankings. But anyway, I think it's very hard to explain right now, because this game has got a shot on target right there, straight at the goalkeeper, and it was Cavani who had the shot, one of the main forwards for Canada, who came on from the bench. But yeah, you can hear the Viking claps going on in the stands. Reminds you of Iceland from France 2016 when they got to the quarterfinals and beat England 2-1. An underdog Euros, it felt like. Portugal beating France in the final in extra time in the Stade de France. it's going to be some party in Toronto. Surely you'd think Herdman and the team will be allowed a beer or two. I'm sure any bar they go to tonight, if they do go out, I'm sure it'll be a free beer wherever they go. They shouldn't have to pay for it. They brought something back home that has been a long time coming, 36 years. Burgoyne saying, nice to see the Canadian national football team do better today than the F1 representatives. Yeah, bad day in the office for Nicholas Latifi. There was a foul on the halfway line against, well, it was Vassell who was pinned down, his shirt was pulled. Kind of a stupid foul to give away, really, when there's not much left of the match, but I think there'll be a little bit of nerves maybe still, some of the fans, if Jamaica can get a goal back. And a poor cross just goes out of play before it even reaches the net. And that was Jimenez who attempted the cross. They're jumping up and down, some of the Canadian fans. I've just misheard the announcer there. I think he's announcing the official attendance, but sadly I missed that. It would have been good to know. Here's a good chance though for Canada to make it 3-0. Somehow it's still 2-0. Cavallini again. It's going to be a throw-in after all that on the far side. It's a great cross to Cavallini. But it's a good save by Blake. He had to go down for it. Did very well. I think Cavallini was hoping to chip the ball over the goalkeeper and let it roll into the back of the net. Here's another chance here for Canada then on the left-hand side. They try and play it into the box. Jamaica for now have just intercepted it on the right-hand side. As you can see, the Ale chants in the stadium. I didn't notice this, but Blake, the Jamaican goalkeeper, he's wearing a neck warmer. I didn't think that'd be allowed. It used to be banned in football. He was known for Samir Nasri for wearing one, and they said that they couldn't wear them because players could pull them and strangle them. Not obviously, not as a not on purpose, but it could be very dangerous, according to the people who set the rules on that. But yeah, he's wearing it up to his nose. It must be very cold. Corner here for Canada, just wide. They've got another corner, and I must admit, Fraser, his corners have been very, very dangerous so far, and he came on from the bench. Yeah, last touch coming off Marshall, the centre-back. Can they get a third goal here then? It's swung in. Buchanan. This is a good pass, and it's in! 3-0! That should do it. Junior Hoylett has made it 3-0, and Canada are heading to the World Cup for sure now. If there was any doubts, they've been silenced in this second half. They've been building for it. Herdman's ready to party, and there's a FIFA World Cup being lifted in the crowd. That's how carried away they are, Canada, but can you blame them? Imagine the way you would have of seeing your nation play in the biggest sports event in the world. Canada 3, Jamaica 0. It came from a corner. Buchanan won the ball back just outside the penalty area. Short pass to Hoylett, and he does well, surrounded by the Jamaican players, and he picks the ball and slots it to the bottom right corner of the net. What a moment for Canada. The Canucks can celebrate now. No chance for Blake at the end. It's a lovely finish from Hoylett. Referee blows a whistle for them to resume again. 7 minutes to go. I think really Canada just want those 7 minutes to go quickly. They just want to get on with the party. Bucks asking any players wearing balaclavas. No, just no, none of them, I don't think. I mean, the most that they're wearing are long sleeve shirts, thermals, your usual lot, and gloves, but that's it really. But it does look very cold. The sun is now coming down, so That just means it's going to get colder here in Toronto. 6 minutes to go. Better update the scoreboard. But yeah, the Ali Alis are starting again. They were chanting that just before the goal. The confirmation that Hoylett gets the third goal for Canada there on your scoreboard. Craig Bennett asking, I don't, but just asking. If it helps, Craig, I'm sure the draw system will be exactly the same as it has been for the last few World Cups. I would Google it. I'm sure it'll be explained online. I could explain it, but I might explain it wrong while trying to watch the match here, to be honest. But if you are new to the channel and you have enjoyed the commentary, and you're from Canada at least, you should definitely subscribe to the channel. We'd love for you to follow our work here on YouTube. It's free to do so, and we hope to do a lot more football commentaries for you live here on YouTube for free. Give us a like as well if you like. See what I did there. So Canada cross in and cleared away. Oh, I thought for a moment it nearly crept in, but it actually was wide still. I thought the goalkeeper was reaching out for it. I thought maybe, just maybe, it was above him and it might just creep in somehow. But luckily for Blake, it wasn't a fourth goal for now, but we have a corner here for Canada on the far side. I'll imagine Fraser will take it again. It's been 9 corners for Canada, and here comes the corner again. Jamaica booted away, and then a shot. Oh, and that's way over. Again, for a moment I thought it was dipping. Adekugbe, and I don't think anyone can have a go at him. It's that point of the match where you just want to go for it. Craig Bennett saying the Moose is rampaging. I think some of the fans are now doing the Poznan looking to my right in the stands. What an occasion. Here they come now again, Canada. 3 in the box on the left hand side, 2 of them waiting, surrounded by Jamaican players. Here comes the cross. Blake gets there in time. He falls to the ground, he gets tripped by the post. Nice to see Buchanan go straight to him and pick him up. Nice to always see. Blake, the captain for Jamaica today, sadly not leading his team to a win. You can just tell how cold it is when you see all the players having blankets over their knees. I bet some of them can't wait to just run around the field in celebration, to not just because of this outcome, but to also keep themselves warm. So it's been quite an interesting game in El Salvador. They were 1-0 down, then they made it 1-1, but Costa Rica leading at 2-1. I think it's just started the second half there, I might be wrong, but some 46 minutes, unless they're into added time in the first half there. As I said, some more games going on tonight, including USA and Mexico playing their matches. Not to chase Canada anymore, it'll be them finishing either second or third at least, but to just make sure that they do head to the World Cup in Qatar, because for USA and Mexico, especially USA, they don't want to miss 2 World Cups in a row. Now on the left hand side, not a bad cross. Oh, I'm just going to go in for an own goal. 4-0 Canada, and it was Adekugbe with the flick, but I think it's an own goal at the end from Mario Appa. Herman just keeps on smiling. His smile gets bigger and bigger every time Canada score. Canada 4, Jamaica 0. Let's look at the cross. It's not a great cross at all, but Mario Appa got there before Blake. Blake was ready to just catch the ball. A normal catch for him. but instead the communication wasn't there, and it goes into the back of the net. Canada 4, Jamaica 0. Jamaica still waiting for the Canada players to walk back into their own half. While we're reaching the last minute of the game. So Mariappa with the own goal, just confirmation on the scoreboard there on the 89th minute. Here they come again, Canada, with a shot from Buchanan straight at Blake. Oh, imagine ending the game at 5-0. That's the way to do it. Yeah, look at this. It's just getting louder and louder out there. The Canadian flag's starting to rise. Nothing but Canada flags. Seconds to go. And despite them only having one more game later on, later this week on Thursday night, I wouldn't be surprised if they might just be a little bit hangover. There it is. The whistle is blown. Herdman and the Canada team run onto the pitch. History is made. It's their first World Cup. First World Cup since 1986. The last time they were at a World Cup, they lost their final game in the group stages to Soviet Union. And that was the day after Ivan Lendl won his third Grand Slam in tennis. That's how long ago it's been. He then became a coach for Andy Murray and so on. It just shows how long it has been since Canada can say that they have played at a FIFA World Cup. And I'll say this now, they have made an absolute statement in this qualifying group, not to only qualify, but to also beat Mexico and USA to the top of the tree, which is a very rare occasion in CONCACAF football. Absolutely fantastic. Congratulations to Canada. Commiserations for Jamaica. They were just completely outdone today. Canada were so hungry after that defeat to Costa Rica earlier this week. But they've got it. They've done it. The job is done. And we do have our first CONCACAF nation heading to the World Cup when it begins on November 21st. They're in the pot for next month's FIFA World Cup draw. Very exciting times. I can't wait to see how they do it in Qatar. I really can't. It was an absolute pleasure watching them today. Anyway, get in touch on the live chat page. I might just do a quick man of the match on our poll. I was meaning to do it around the 80th minute mark, but let's just say we got carried away from the match and from the celebrations and the occasion. If you're about to leave us, since it's now full time, do click that subscribe button, give us a like and give us a follow on YouTube. We'd love it if you can follow our work here. It's free to do so. So I'm just doing the man of the match poll now. It's going to be a tricky one, this. We're only able to add 4 slots on the poll, but let's see who we can think of. I mean, I think Laren gets to go in for the opening goal. Buchanan's been brilliant. He's got to go in there. And Túnez, definitely. And then I'm thinking, just for the little finish from Hoylett, let's put him in there as well. Biggest moment of his career, I think. So, the poll is up, so do vote, and then we'll give it about 2 minutes. And we'll decide, well, from the poll, we will announce who gets the man of the match today. No Jamaican players in the poll. I do apologise for any of you Jamaica fans out there, but it just wasn't a good day for them at all. Greg Bennett says, Qatar, with a lot of exclamation points, saying the move is coming to the Middle East. Ian Blado says, great work, Jamie. Cheers. Thanks, Ian. Great to have you on the live chat page. Thanks for tuning in. It is half-time in the other game in the CONCACAF World Cup Qualifier in El Salvador. They are losing by 2-1 against Costa Rica. So Costa Rica will be on Mexico and USA's tail, so pressure on Mexico and USA when they play their games tonight. So they'll make sure, of course, who knows, one of them could just miss out on an automatic spot and have to play a playoff game with the Oceania team. Now, of course, an Oceania team is normally going to be in New Zealand, probably getting out of it and being in that playoff final, but you just never know, do you? The pressure would be more on the bigger teams, but who knows? Anyway, do get in touch on the live chat page. Bob Flecknell saying Borjan with a question mark. Not sure what that's all about. I'll give you another minute, folks, for you to vote on the poll. Looks as though Larrin's going to get the man of the match at the moment. All of you have voted for him. Everyone else is on 0%. But just a reminder, do give this stream a like. Do subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. Greg Livingston says, bye. Bye, Greg. Good to see you. I think we're going to end the poll there. But I think it's pretty obvious who's going to win that, and it is Larrin. So congratulations to Larrin. He scored the opening goal. He started the goal fest for Canada when he scored the opening goal on the 13th minute. So Larrin wins the Let's Talk Sport Man of the Match award at 100%. So well done, Larrin. Fantastic work from him and, of course, from the rest of the team. So anyway, I think we are going to come to a conclusion here. But anyway, it's all red today in Toronto. Their first World Cup since 1986. Goals coming from Larrin, Buchanan, Hoylett with a lovely little finish just before the full time. And then it was just making it all worse for Jamaica when Mario Appa scoring an own goal a minute before we reached the 90. But anyway, it's just been, as I say, all red in Toronto. Canada will be celebrating long into the night. So fantastic work for them. The Canucks are heading to Qatar, and Mexico and USA have to do their bit to try and join them for this Winter World Cup. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you very soon here on Let's Talk Sport.